Welcome to A Quest for Metal. We are continuing our series of discovery, discovering new albums, questing for new albums, and some bands you'll know. You can see the title, you probably all know who the Deftones is. Oh, sorry, Deftones. People don't like calling them the Deftones. It's Deftones. Full stop. You probably already know Deftones, but hopefully some of the other bands on this list today you don't know, and hopefully you get into. So, yeah, this series is basically me just telling you what I've been listening to over the past week, over the past 2 weeks, some new finds, some new albums, and telling you what I thought about each. So without further ado, let's get stuck in with this week's episode. Also, before we get started, you know the drill. Before I give you my picks, let me know what you guys think. What's the best albums you've been checking out recently? What's some new finds you've had? And also recommend me some, because some of these have been recommended from my previous video from some of my subscribers. So I do listen to the feedback, and I will check out the albums you put on each of these Quest for Metal videos. So put loads of albums down below and I'll check them out for the next episode. So let's get started. So I guess first up we should go with the big one, Deftones. I checked out Ohms. It was the last Deftones album to check out, and it was really good. You know, there's no surprise here, it was really good. A lot of people love it, and I think it's one of the best. I actually do. I love how doomy the whole album sounds. It's got a very kind of epic, doomy kind of soundscape when you're listening to it. The song Genesis as well, starting off strong. What an amazing song that one is. The whole album feels like it's all around you. You know, the use of sound on this album is goddamn perfection. Ohms is a fantastic listen, and I'll do a Deftones ranking for you soon, but this one's going to be pretty high. I think it was a great album. It definitely overlooked. Would it have been on my top 20 at the end of the year list? Dunno, but it still was really good. So the next band I checked out was called Holy Moses, and it's a German thrash band. A really early German thrash band with a female fronted singer. What's going on? It's fucking intense. It's thrashy, it's intense, it's energetic, almost punky. Her vocals just hit you right in the nuts, in the gonads. And it's kind of like Voivod mixed with Sodom. If you mix them both together, I think that's what Holy Moses is, but it's a bit more punky, a bit more edgy. But there's definitely, vocally anyway, a very cool Voivod inspired thing going on with the vocals there. I don't know where this band has been. You know, I know like Sodom, Destruction, Tankard, and all the other German Teutonic thrash bands, but Holy Moses I never heard of until Bryce Talks Metal mentioned them, and I was like, who the hell are they? Went and checked them out. Bloody awesome. Also, the album I'm talking about is The New Machine of Lichtenstein. What a great name. They got a video as well, which is fantastic from that album. Yeah, it's thrash. It hits hard. She sings her heart out. Live, awesome as well. What a great band from Germany. It's kind of funky at times. The solos just shred, and it riffs pretty hard as well. And the bass, there's some slapping bass on there. Everything you need in some funky, fresh German thrash. Holy Moses delivers. This album was awesome. Definitely worth your time. If you thrash heads, you knuckleheads out there, go listen to this album. Definitely worth it. Next one is Macabre, Omen, with Gods of War at War. Someone suggested this in the comments, and ooh boy, this is a good one. This is interesting, this is heavy, this is epic. This is kind of like an epic death metal album, but it kind of has similarities to, say, like a Hammerheart from Bathory. It's that kind of epicness. It's very, not folky, but it's very... from the title, Gods of War at War, you know it's going to be very epic. And the sound design is awesome. The screaming is ridiculous. It's kind of like howling shrieks, similar to, say, like Leviathan or like Bethlehem. That kind of black metal shrieking with the heaviness of the black metal. So it's almost like Black and Death. It's not quite. Yeah, the vocals are really cool, really unique on this one. Whole epic nature of the album is just on full display. Love all the songs. You know, it's pretty much, like I said, like Bathory and Bethlehem. had a baby. That's what you get with this one. And if that sounds good to your ears, go check this album out, because it makes you just want to, you know, rip your clothes off and start fist fighting Odin. It's that fucking good. Next up is Witherscape, The Inheritance. This is kind of proggy death. The vocals are heavy, but it's got that kind of Opeth duality going on with the clean singing. I mean, there's songs where it's just pure clean singing, there's acoustic shit in it. And then you got the heavy, harsh growls, the beautiful guitar. It's a perfect duality. You know, it's a perfect duality. And I think the singing is so good. I think the singing is amazing with Witherscape. It's Dan Swano's side project, and yeah, it's bloody awesome. Definitely great find. For whoever suggested that, let me know down below. The acoustic parts are cool. The kind of proggy epic nature reminds me of Symphony X quite a lot. So, for fans of Symphony X, check out Witherscape. This album, you know, it's a bloody good time. It's a bloody good time. Next up is Alustrium with the Insurmountable. It's an EP, but this is good, man. This is good. I almost put this as the top of this week, but another one kicked my ass more. This one, though. Oh, the long song on it, the 9-minute long title track, is so goddamn good. So goddamn good. Let me just describe the album. It's proggy, space, tech death. You know, for fans of like Revocation, Sludge, I don't know how you say it, sludged? Yeah, whatever. It's amazing. It's cosmic, it's evil, it's technical, but also beautiful at the same time. Do you want some more new tech death? Some new cosmic tech death? This is the album for you. This is the EP for you, sorry. From the album art, you know you're getting yourself in for. Some space worms are just going to wrap around you and just squeeze the energy out of you while you're listening to this. But you're going to love it, because those space worms are filled with LSD. So you're going to be like, ooh, in a state of euphoria with this EP, because it's that goddamn good. Again, yeah, tech death, amazing. This EP blew me away, so almost put it as the top of this week. But I love it, and everyone should check it out. So go check it out. Next up, we have Giant Squid with Metridium Fields. This is another prog band, and this is a very mellow, almost doomy kind of prog band. And from a name like Giant Squid and all the themes and stuff, you kind of feel like it's going to be like Ahab or The Ocean, and The Ocean is a better comparison. It's got clean singing, kind of like The Ocean. It's got some female parts as well. It's got some inserts from other things as well. It all works so well. Long songs, epic songs, but it's not bombastic. It's very subdued. Think of, say, like Elder. You know, the band Elder or the band Pallbearer. It's kind of like that kind of music, but with like the Ocean Collective kind of theme on it. So the Ocean Collective / Pallbearer / Elder. This is what you're going to get with this one. Giant Squid, Metridium Field. Amazing, relaxing album. One you can put on when you're going to sleep. It's that kind of album, and it's a fun time. And yeah, the beautiful singing, duality again between the male and female vocals, kind of like Anathema. If you like newer Anathema, you'll like this as well. I'm glad I found this band, because this album was so relaxing. I'm going to listen to it again and again when I'm going to sleep, because it's that kind of album, and I love it. Next up is straight on fucking death metal in your ass, Landmine Marathon. Rusted Eyes Awake. Oh, this kind of almost death grind album kicks you straight into the eyes, and then your nuts fly off. That's what it's basically like standing on a landmine and it then flying up, blinding you with shrapnel, and then making you headbang from the force of the explosion. That's what this album is. It's intense from start to finish, but it still has melody. Still has melody. And it's another female singer, and I did not know it was a female singer until after the album. I was like, holy shit, his vocals crushing. So heavy, so good. Looked it up and I was like, wait a second. He's a she. Amazing vocalist. A bloody amazing vocalist on this one. Sings a fucking heart out. Some guest vocals as well. Every song has something to just grab you and headbutt you. It's that kind of album. Intense from start to finish. I think anyone who likes death metal death grind. You know, grindcore will love this album. It's just a bloody great album, and the band is awesome. Finally, my favourite album I checked out this week was Eternal Storm, Come the Tide, which is a melodeath album. Now, a lot of people don't like the word melodeath, they prefer death. You know, they prefer black, and any of those ones, and they kind of like dismiss melodeath, but give this one a listen. This is melodeath more on the sound of, say, like an Insomnium or a Bellacore. It's that kind of melodeath, which is what I prefer. You know, the vocals are really like death metal-esque. It's very proggy. I could almost say it's a prog album, kind of like Bellacore. Almost say it's a prog album. The melodies are beautiful. The singing, again, it's got that harsh singing, which is really impactful. But the melodies, I mean, from straight away from the first goddamn song, the melody just takes over. Takes over. It's so good. It's so serene. It's kind of like a proggier version of Insomnium. It's beautiful. Some of these songs are beautiful. The melodies and the guitar work. It's a good. This album is a good. That's all I can say, is that you definitely check this out. Vocals are on point. Melodies on point. It's soothing. It's technical. You know, the guitar work is fantastic. The vocals are fantastic. The mood of everything is fantastic. What more can I do to tell it to you? If you love interesting melodeath, proggy melodeath, with amazing vocals, amazing guitar, then give this album a listen, because it's my favourite that I've checked out, and I love it. So hopefully one of these albums tickles your fancy. Let me know down below what's your favourite out of here if you've heard all of them, and also let me know some ones to check out next time, because there's a lot of albums out there and there's not enough time to check them out. So there's a lot of albums out there and we want to check them all out. So let me know down below. Hope you had fun with the video, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.